Good Sunday morning, friends and neighbors, and welcome to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates. Friends, this is where the Valley's favorite real estate agent comes to tell you everything you need to know about buying or selling your home. Now, here are your hosts this morning, Kelly Warren and Jim Warren.
Good morning and welcome to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates Real Estate Solutions, where we talk about real estate right here in the Mahoning Valley. If you have any real estate needs and you're thinking about buying and selling and you'd like to get a hold of us, the easiest way is to give us a call or a text at 330-717-2689 or online at kellysoldit.com. That's kellysoldit.com. If you've noticed, my echo in the studio is not here today. Handsome Jim is taking the day off for Father's Day. He's out of town with our second oldest. They went to a video game convention, and it's one of those bucket list items for my Joey. So I think they're having a great time. And this left me a challenge this week. I had to find a replacement co-host. And Handsome Jim has pretty big shoes to fill. So I went looking for someone a little bit younger, a little bit thinner, a little more hair, maybe a little cuter. And there were lots of applicants. Lots of people wanted to be the co-host on this show. And who I came up with for all of you is William Thomas. Willie, why don't you say hi?
Hi.
Hi. Can you tell us how old you are? I know it's not polite to ask age, but our listeners can't see you. So.
Hi, I'm 9.
9, and Willie, who is 9 years old here, wrote a introduction for us. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself? Okay, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me on the show today. My name is William, and today I will be asking questions about real estate.
Okay, so his name is William, and he will be asking questions about real estate. So, do you know why I thought you were qualified to be the co-host for Uncle Jim?
Mm-mm.
Because you live in a house, so I thought you might know some things about houses, and because Willie loves to come to my office and hang out and do real estate little jobs for us. He is wearing a Kelly Warren and Associates badge and t-shirt today. He is committed, so I thought that a radio debut would be the perfect place. So we're kind of going to do a spin on a kids say the darndest things type episode here. So, you are 9 years old and you live in a house. And what do you want to be when you grow up? No ideas?
Mm-mm.
Give me like your top 3 picks.
Your work, mailman, and police.
Mailman, police, or real estate agent. Those are all valiant career choices. So, okay, I'm excited to see where this goes for you, kiddo. So do you want me to ask you some questions first, or do you want to ask me some questions first?
I want to ask you some first.
All right. He's prepared a few questions for me here, so we'll see if we can handle these. Go ahead.
My first question is, how do you get started in real estate?
Oh, how do you become a real estate agent? Well, and this is a good question for you because this is one of your top 3 career choices as an adult. So you've got about 9 years to make a decision whether you're going to get into real estate or not. I suppose you could wait a little bit longer than that and make a decision later in life, too. Most of us do. So if you were thinking about becoming a real estate agent, like William's question for me here, the easiest thing for you to do would be to give us a call or a text at the office, 330-717-2689. And I'd love to sit down with anybody thinking about becoming a real estate agent and give you the information. And what it basically is there are 4 classes that are state required pre-licensing classes. 2 of them are 40 hours, 2 of them are 20 hours. And then you have to apply to take the state test, and you have to be in good standing with the state and the Board of Real Estate. And then you pass the state and the national test, and then the state says, well, hello, you're a licensed real estate agent. So it's that easy to become an agent. But then once you become an agent, there is lots of continuing education and lots of hands-on training. And it's a good thing you asked that question because do you know why? We're hiring. I'm looking for real estate agents right now. So if anybody out there in listening radio world is thinking about becoming a real estate agent, they should give us a call or a text and find out more about that. If you're looking to change careers or if you have any type of real estate background, you don't need it. We're welcome to train you. So good question. All right. What else do you got over there for me?
Next is, how much money do you make in a day?
In a day? Well, here's the thing about real estate. It's commission only. Do you know what that means? Do you know what commission is? So some jobs you get paid hourly. So whether you show up at work or not, for every hour that you're there, they pay you a couple dollars an hour. Some jobs pay more than other jobs. And for real estate, it's not that way. You don't get paid just for showing up. You have to actually sell a house to get paid. And then when you sell a house, you get a commission check. Commission checks vary greatly. The average, I would say, for our average agents are probably in the $2,000, $2,500 range. And then depending on how many houses they sell a month, depends on how much money they make. So it's really a job where as much work as you put into it, you get rewarded for working hard.
My third question is...
Here, you got to talk into there.
My third question is, how much money do you make in a year?
In a year. Okay. So I have had some really good years in real estate and made a lot of money. And I've had some not so good years in real estate where the market didn't cooperate, or I've been doing this for 18 years. So all four of my kids I had while I was selling real estate. So there have been years where when my children were babies, when it wasn't my focus. So the sky is the limit with real estate and with commission income. So that's something that I love about it. So it says as much as somebody wants to work, it's directly going to relate to their paychecks. Okay. Is your next question, how much do I make in 10 years? Okay.
How many years have you been in real estate?
I have been in real estate for 18 years. So it's been a long time, but I love it. I enjoy the freedom and the flexibility of it. I wouldn't want to be stuck. In my mind, I feel like I get stuck places, and I wouldn't want to be stuck at a certain job all day long. I like to be out looking at different houses and the flexibility of it. So real estate really gives me all the things that I'm looking for.
Is it hard to get into real estate?
It's not hard to get into it. You just have to take the classes and take the state test, and then you have to be accepted by a broker. So they have to come and interview with somebody like me. I'm a real estate broker, and I interview people all the time, and they have to have what it takes to be on our team. So we're looking for somebody who is self-motivated, somebody who likes a fast-paced environment, somebody who is sales and goal-oriented, and somebody who's really friendly and personable and loves to look at houses and be with people and get out there and sell some stuff.
I have another question.
Okay, what's
your
other
question? How
question?
many years have you owned your own real estate business?
I have owned my own real estate business for 1 year now. Well, as a real estate agent, you kind of are self-employed, so you kind of own your own business the whole time. You get to do what you want. But Kelly Warren and Associates is having our 1 year anniversary coming up, and my team has been around for about 3, 4, 5 years. So we've got some experience. We have lots of agents on our team with a lot of experience on the team too. Is that all of your questions? Okay, you did good. I like that. So how'd you come up with these questions?
I don't know.
You don't know? You told me you were at your mom's shop, and then you were just writing down real estate questions, things that you wanted to know. Okay. All right, so I want to do something. We later in the show, we're going to do Ask the Expert questions, so kind of like what you did. But what we do is we tell our listeners, everybody out there in Radio Land, if you're thinking about real estate and if you have any real estate related questions and you wanted to know anything about your house or about real estate in general, you can go online and send us an email to askkelly@kellysoldit.com, and I can answer your questions online. So we're going to have a few of those later. I'm going to let William try and answer a couple of them, and then I'm going to answer some as well. And then also, if you're thinking about buying or selling this spring and you've got some interest in finding out what your home is worth in this hot market, we would love to reach out to you and help you with that. We give a free in-home market analysis where we can let you know what your home is worth, how long it would take to sell, and what we do as far as marketing or advertising. So if that's a thought in your head right now, certainly give us a call or a text at the office at 330-717-2689. So right now, I think, Willie, why don't we move into our home picks of the week? Do you know what that is?
Houses to buy?
Yep. This is the segment in the show where we're going to talk about some of the houses that we have on the market. And I've got a couple of good ones here, and I know that you're pretty familiar with one of them. So let's do that one second. Let's start with... I listed one this week, brand new on the market, 5459 Walnut Grove Circle in Struthers. Do you know where Struthers is? Okay, so you live in Boardman. Struthers is not too far from you. Struthers is a nice little town.
I actually have been there. That's
Okay.
Caden's best friend.
Oh.
Cat her grandma lives there.
Okay, so you've been to Struthers before. So this is a big ranch in Struthers. Do you know what a ranch is? A ranch is a house that just has one floor. There's not an upstairs for bedrooms like your house.
Grandma's house.
Yeah, Grandma lives in a ranch, exactly. So 5459 Walnut Grove Circle is Struthers. It is a ranch, Pullen Township Struthers Schools. This is listed at $245,000. It is just below 2,000 square feet plus a huge, large basement. That's one of the things I love about those ranch homes is that they have those extending basements as well. This was built in 2001, so it's nearly new. It's wonderfully well kept, beautiful condition, hardwood floors throughout, cherry kitchen with granites, first floor laundry, 2-car attached side entry garage, covered front porch. This house sits on right about an acre. So this is definitely something that you are going to want to see. If you have any questions about this house, you can see it online at, do you know our website?
KellySoldIt.com.
KellySoldIt.com for more information on that house. Or give us a call or a text at the office at 330-717-2689. We'd be happy to schedule a private showing for you. Okay, the next house. Willie's going to talk about this, his home pick of the week. Do you know the address?
Mm-hmm. 273 Griswold Drive. It is.
Where's Griswold Drive at? Do you know?
On Ridgewood.
It's in Ridgewood
Boardman,
Estates
Ohio.
in Boardman, Ohio. Very good. Can you pull your microphone a little bit closer to you? Good job. Okay, so can you tell us how much the house on Griswold is?
It is $149,500.
That's a pretty big number, huh? So $149,500. You know what's cool about that number? It's pretty big when you're a kid like you, but if you're somebody who's an adult and they're looking to buy a house, this is 4 bedrooms, 2,400 square feet in Boardman in the desirable Ridgewood Estates area, and $149,000 is a good price for that house. That is a very desirable house. So what do you know about that house? What can you tell me about it?
It's a good house, and it's big, and the basement has 2 rooms.
Okay. What does the outside have?
The outside has a pool.
A pool.
And you will, every morning, my cousin looks out and watches the ducks while he eats breakfast.
Okay, so this house is pretty close to Mill Creek Park. I know when I was over there taking pictures of the house, we saw some deer running around, and you saw some ducks over there. So it's got a big backyard, private backyard, partially fenced with a deck, a tiered deck that leads to a pool. There's an enclosed screened-in sun porch. The house itself has huge living room with a fireplace, large dining room with door out to the sunroom. It has a first floor, could be a den or an office or a library, any of those type of rooms currently being used as a first floor bedroom. So you have some options with that. An eat-in kitchen with granite countertops. And this is a 4-bedroom home, plus that first floor additional bonus room. So really a nice place if you need a lot of square footage. And this is new on the market this week. So definitely give us a call or a text at 330-717-2689 to see this property at 273 Griswold Drive in Boardman. Or you can visit it online at
KellySoldIt.com.
That's KellySoldIt.com. You were taken right over for Handsome Jim. He is not going to have a place here in Radio World when he comes back to town. Should we talk about one more house? Okay, let's do one more. So one more new listing that we got at the office this week is 8149 Stadler Ave in Boardman. This is off of running between Market Street and Southern Boulevard, down close to the YMCA, down by Bev and McClurg, closer to Western Reserve. This one's $133,900. And it's a large home, about 2,000 square foot, large living room, dining room, 4 bedrooms, park-like backyard setting. So if you're a buyer looking in Boardman and you want a 2-story colonial, we've got a couple of them on the market right now. These are not going to last long. This is a good market for this type of house right now. So again, if you're thinking about buying or selling, we would love to work with you. There is no charge for you to work with a buyer's agent, so you can do that at no cost. And give us a call for a free consultation. We can help you out and really find you the home of your dreams. You can call or text us at 330-717-2689. All right, William, I'm going to ask you a couple of more questions. You ready? Okay, so you've got friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your friends live places, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me about their houses. What do you know about houses?
Some houses could be small and some houses could be big.
That's true. People live in all different sizes of houses. I love that. That's definitely a good fact. And we talked about what is a ranch home. So do you know some other styles of homes?
There's some homes that only have basement, that only have one level.
So no basement? Mm-hmm. So we call that a slab. The house is on a slab. There's no basement. And then a ranch is where there's no upstairs. It could have a basement or not. And then do you know what a colonial is?
Mm-mm.
So your house is kind of like a 2-story colonial. So it's like when you walk in the door and you have living room and dining room, and you have some kitchen and other rooms on the first floor, and then you've got the bedrooms upstairs, and it's a traditional looking house. That's a colonial.
And a bedroom on the
Yep. So you've got another one of those bonus areas on the first floor. And that's a fun space because that can be a bedroom if somebody needs the bedroom. And it could also be used for anything, an office, a playroom, a den. So I think your family's used that room for all kinds of different things like that over the years.
And there's a couple of rooms in the basement. One of them we use as my office.
Oh, so you've got an office. Is it a real estate office or is it a school office?
It's like it's for like whatever job I want to play.
All right.
I just get out that stuff.
So you like to role play different jobs. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, folks, if you're thinking about buying or selling a house this year and you need some real estate expert advice, you can send an email to askkelly@kellysoldit.com, or you can call or text us at 330-717-2689. If you're thinking about buying a house in about 10 years, I'm going to have my friend William help you out with that. You can still give us a call at the office because I know he'll be working with us then. We're going to take a short break and we'll be back right after this.
Hey, if you need to sell your home without all the headaches most people experience, hey, Sean Hannity here to tell you that after years of buying, selling, investing millions of dollars in real estate, that all real estate agents do not operate the same way. Now, what makes the difference between a home selling fast and for top dollar and one that sits on the market for months and doesn't even sell at all? Well, you have a great American right in your backyard that I trust if I needed to sell my home. I'm talking about Kelly Warren with Kelly Warren and Associates Real Estate Solutions. She services the entire Mahoning Valley, attracts hundreds of buyers every week, and sells an average 3 homes every week. Kelly spends thousands of dollars every month and creates demand for your home, which makes it sell faster and for more money. Don't play games with your home. Call Kelly at 330-717-2689. That's 330-717-2689 or online at kellysoldit.com. That's kellysoldit.com.
Good morning and welcome back to Real Estate Radio with Kelly Warren and Associates. We are talking about kids' impressions of real estate this morning, and what better expert would I bring into the studio to do that than my nephew, Willie Thomas. And so he is here talking to us about real estate. Willie, at this point in our show, what we normally do is take some questions from our listeners. So you and I have been talking about real estate, and I answered your questions, and you've been answering some of mine. I'm going to have a couple more for you at the end. So are you ready to answer some more? Okay, so right now we're going to answer some questions from our listeners. Do you want me to read them to you and see if you know the answers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's try this. I'll help you out if you don't. So we have a listener named Bill from Salem, and Bill wants to know, would it matter if I remove the gas grill from my patio? It's a built-in gas line, he says. Do you know what that means? Does that sound familiar to you? Okay. So you have a grill on your porch, right? And is your grill attached to your house, or can you wheel it anywhere you want?
We can reel it anywhere we want.
Okay. Can you pull the microphone a little bit closer to you? So Bill is telling us that he has a grill that is built into his patio. There's a natural gas line that runs from his house out to his grill. And for some reason, he must not love having it there. Sometimes they get old. Bill, if you do want to replace it, they do sell replacements for those. So you could look into replacing it rather than removing it. But if you just don't want the grill and you want to take it out completely, it would not matter as far as value of the house or sale of the home. It wouldn't really affect either of those. It's not something that makes a big difference in your property value or anything. So I say if it's an eyesore to you, or if it's not something something that you love having, make sure you properly cap off the gas line so that you don't have any issues there, but then go ahead and remove it if it's bothering you. Or if you want a newer one, certainly look into upgrading it. Okay, so we have another one. Are you ready? This is from a lady named Kara, and she asked us, what is a right of first refusal? Does that sound like anything you know about?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so right of first refusal. We're going to break this down. Do you know what the word right means?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think it means?
Like if it's right or wrong.
Oh, that's a good way to look at it. That's another good way to look at it. Or there's the right that starts with a W where you write things on paper.
Mm-hmm.
This is none of those. This is a whole different kind of right. This is like your rights, like there's a constitution and you have some laws, you have some rights. Okay, so this is somebody wants to have the right to do something. They want the right of first. So what does first mean?
Like the first thing.
Okay, so not the second. They want to be the number one. They want the first one. And what does refusal mean? What if your mom said, go to bed right now, and you didn't want to? You just straight up refused.
You would get in trouble.
Well, you could get in trouble if you refused something that was against the law, but this is within the law. So refusal means that they want to not do something. They want to refuse it. So a right of first refusal is when somebody has the first option to refuse a property. So if I'm going to sell my home and you live next door to my home and you say, hey, I might want to buy your house if you ever move. Can I have a right of refusal on your house? So that means that you would get first choice if you want to accept it and take my house, or if you want me to put it on the market and sell it to somebody else. So what Kara might be asking is sometimes there is a house for sale and a buyer is trying to buy it and they need to sell their house first. And so they put an offer in on the property and they would say, give me a right of first refusal. Let me try and buy it before somebody else does while I'm trying to sell my house. And if we get another buyer, then we go back to Kara or to that buyer and we say, hey, we've got another buyer. Do you want to move forward right now, or are you not in a position to buy it yet? And she would get the option to decide whether she wants to buy this house right now or if she wants to let somebody else buy it. So that's one situation with the right of first refusal. Another somewhat less common situation, but we did run into it at the office this week, is where a right of first refusal can be recorded on a deed. So before the house was put up for sale, a different person said, if you ever sell, I want right of refusal. And it's recorded on their deed. And now we have to go through the process of clearing the deed because that person doesn't want it before we can sell it to somebody else. So all kinds of fun stuff that we deal with in real estate. I know you folks can't see William on the radio here, but he is taking avid notes on what is a right of first refusal. So I feel good about this teaching lesson here. What do you think, kiddo?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Can I ask you some of those questions?
You want to ask me? Okay. I don't know if you can read this handwriting. That one right there.
Marissa asked, does it negative?
Let me see. Does it negatively
affect property value to buy a home beside a duplex or a duplex rental?
Does it negatively affect property value to buy a house besides a duplex rental? That's a great question, Marissa. So, do you know what that means, Willie? So,
like if you're allowed to build it.
Well, that's not quite what she's asking.
Well, if you're allowed to buy it.
Yeah, so she wants to buy it, it sounds like, but it sounds like that the house that she wants to buy is next to a rented property. So she's asking if that rented property negatively affects property value. And if it's one duplex in a neighborhood and the other homes are single family and it's mostly owner occupied, it probably wouldn't affect the value. However, if it's one house in the middle of a whole bunch of duplexes and it's mostly rented properties, then it could affect the value. So my suggestion, Marissa, I'm going to go ahead and email you back a few more details so that I can see what property you're talking about, if there's an actual property that you have in mind. And I can pull up some information. We can do a comparable search for you and let you know really, what sort of impact, whether negative or positive, that's having on the property. So I'll get you a specific answer to your question. Thank you all for writing in. If any of our listeners have any other real estate related questions, of course, you can give us a call or a text at 330-717-2689, or to hear some of your questions online, send them over to us at askkelly@kellysoldit.com. All right. So what are you thinking so far, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was going to ask you a couple more questions. You got time for this? All right, so what do you know about outdoor living spaces? Do you know what that means?
Mm-mm.
Because it's summer now.
Oh, like camping.
Well, not camping, but that's a really good guess. It's summer now, and people like to enjoy their homes, the homes that they live in, and they like to be outside more. So at your house, you have some pretty nice outside spaces. So can you tell me about some of the ones that you have, and we can see if some of our listeners have some similar ones?
We have a deck with a pool.
Okay. So a deck with a pool is a great place if somebody wanted to sit and they could have lunch, or they could get some sun, or they could read a book or visit their company. And of course, the pool, they could jump right in and cool off and play around in there. So those are both great.
Same with the one we were house we were talking about earlier on 273 Griswold.
You are exactly right. I love that you're throwing another plug there. So if you're looking for a house this summer with a pool and a deck, move-in ready, 273 Griswold in Boardman and Ridgewood Estates is a good pick. Okay, what other outdoor spaces do you have at your house?
We have a swing set.
Oh, swing sets. So sometimes when somebody moves, they would say that the swing set is included and they'll leave it there for the new people if they have children. Or sometimes they'll say, nope, we're keeping the swing set. We're going to move it with us. That's something that's negotiable in a contract. Did you know that? Do you know one of my favorite outside spaces at your house? You have a beautiful covered front porch. And not only a covered front porch, but it wraps around, so it goes around the side too. That's a great feature. That gives you a lot of space and a lot of shade and a nice place to sit and visit. Do you guys have a picnic table out there still? You can sit and have lunch up there?
Like that glass table?
Yeah. So that's a really nice advantage. What about, let's talk about storage.
We have a trampoline.
Oh, trampoline. So trampoline, I guess, could be negotiable too. Usually people don't ask for those like they do swing sets, though. Trampolines sit on top of the ground, so most people just take those with them, where a swing set is sometimes dug into the ground and attached to the ground, so that's why sometimes they leave.
Most of the stuff is at Aunt Kate's house, like the deck.
Yep, you're right.
The swing set and the trampoline.
Okay. So where do you guys put all your toys and things when you're not using them?
We either put them in our shed or our garage.
Okay. So some houses have sheds and some houses have garages and some houses have both and some don't have any. So let's talk about those kind of spaces. If somebody has additional items that they need somewhere to store, a shed is a good thing that they can purchase, because a couple years ago your house didn't have one, right? And you guys went and bought that and had it built there?
Well, Dad bought it and then someone dropped it off.
Okay. So that's a nice thing that you can always add to your property if you need some more space for your lawnmower, or your toys, or your outside furniture. And then a garage is a great feature if you're looking to buy a house. When you look for that garage, or especially a 2-car garage, that's a nice selling feature, a nice benefit for property values and for use of property. So that's definitely something that people want to look at. And always, if you're looking at a house that doesn't have any of those things, as long as you've got enough land and enough space, you can always add one. A garage can be built, a shed can be built and added. So those are nice features to have in a home too.
And there's groundhogs living under our shed.
Oh my goodness, groundhogs.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That is pretty crazy. All right, so we are going to have to wrap up here. We're getting the signal that we have 2 minutes left. Do you have any other real estate questions that you want to talk to our audience about?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, it's been really nice having you here. I'm going to say a couple of things to our audience. If you're listening to Real Estate Radio and you are enjoying the show and you're thinking about buying a new home, we would love to help you. We have an entire team of agents and staff dedicated to meeting your home buying needs. Go to kellysoldit.com to contact us and give us the opportunity to help you achieve the dream of home ownership. We'd love to work with you. So, again, if you're thinking about buying or selling, this has been quite a busy spring for us, record-breaking spring months, lots of new inventory coming up as the weather changes here. So definitely go online, kellysoldit.com, take a look at the properties, see if there's anything that interests you there. And myself or one of our agents would love to get back to you and help work with you as far as getting into your new home and or selling your existing home. All right, Willie, do you know what today is? Sunday the 16th?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Father's Day.
All right, so let's say Happy Father's Day, because your dad, my dad's, Uncle Jim, we got all of these fathers out there in the whole world listening. So what do we tell them?
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, folks. We hope you have a great day. Thanks for listening. If you have any real estate related questions, don't forget to send us an email. Ask Kelly at kellysoldit.com. You can go online to visit us or to request information about selling your home or buying a new one at kellysoldit.com. That's kellysoldit.com. Or give us a call or a text at 330-717-2689. Thanks again for tuning in.
If you're thinking about selling your home, call the only agent to trust, Kelly Warren. Kelly guarantees to sell your home or she'll buy it. Call 330-717-2689 or go to kellysoldit.com. Join Kelly for Real Estate Radio every Sunday at 8 on 570 WKBN.